Boom. Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the good old shiny stuff and legacy inflation hedges that are silver and gold. As you guys know, we usually cover a lot more exciting, more revolutionary sectors here on the channel that many of you may not consider silver and gold to be, but I personally feel it's important to touch back on the OGs every once in a while. We used to talk about these two on the channel a lot, and I know there's still a lot of you out there that do hold interest in this sector, in precious metals, like I do. So I want to keep you guys posted. Also, the main thing I want to talk about here, the kind of primary point I want to make in terms of me potentially getting pretty bullish on gold and silver for the rest of 2021 is the fact that if you guys have been tuned in, you would know that I am currently bearish and very suspect on the equity markets or the stock market. I do think that the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones are going to see pretty significant corrections here over the next 30 days. And in the case that we do see that, I do think that could catalyze some upside for silver, gold, precious metals, just commodities in general, because assets like silver and gold have historically acted as chaos hedges. All right, so when the stock market goes down and inflation still running hot, investors are not necessarily, not all of them at least, the majority of them are not going to want to convert back into USD from their maybe tech positions or something. They are going to look to safe haven assets like gold and silver. Okay, so capital is always going to want to make more money for itself. Money wants to make money, and in the case of the stock markets, the equity markets are not providing silver and gold to many investors, especially older investors, which a lot of money in the markets is older capital right now, will want to flood into silver and gold. Okay, so that's my primary fundamental bull argument for silver and gold at the moment. We'll talk about that a little more as we go over the charts. So speaking of the charts, you can see silver and gold in front of us. We're not going to be looking at any specific mining companies today, aside from the sponsor, which we will get into after this, but we will just be taking a look at silver and gold spot prices. I'll give you guys my thoughts on these. Of course, the actions, similar to Bitcoin miners we talk about a lot, the actions of silver and gold spots will have a heavy impact on that of on the mining companies and companies associated with silver and gold. Again, the same way Bitcoin has a heavy impact on Bitcoin miners that we talk about a lot here on the channel. The same applies to silver, gold miners, silver, gold related companies in terms of price action of actual silver and gold itself, of course. Okay, so we'll kick it off on the charts with silver, then move on to gold. We are going to stick to daily candles. As you guys know, silver and gold lately seeing a little bit of volatility, but for the most part don't see much volatility. So I feel it's most appropriate to keep it more macro, keep it more zoomed out when talking about precious metals. So we will be taking a look at both silver and gold today on the charts. Again, kick it off with silver, move on to gold after that, give you guys kind of my upside and downside arguments from a technical perspective, tying some fundamentals into there once again when trying to justify those price targets. And then after we cover silver and gold, pretty simple, we will move on to a sponsored review of a very cool silver company by the name of Apollo Silver, and or ticker symbol, as you can see here on the watch list, APGOF. The little D there signifies that this is an OTC stock. So this is an OTC or over-the-counter stock. Keep that in mind, you guys, on the US markets. And that ticker symbol, once again, is APGOF. We will, when we do these good old sponsored reviews, take a look at their website, go over what the company is. I do like this website a lot, and I actually do like this company a lot. Very cool North American-based silver company. And then the usual, you guys, I will read over some of the key highlights in their investor presentation just to educate you guys a little more on this company in the case that you want to invest for yourself. But as always, you guys, with the sponsored reviews, we do love them. We do appreciate them. They make the waves roll in. But you guys always do your own research for yourself when it comes to not only sponsored companies, but every company I ever talk about. Always do your own due diligence, and always make your own decisions, okay? So I'll say that right up front. But that said, I appreciate it if you give the video a like, show the sponsors some love. Really means a lot, and again, keeps the waves rolling in, all right? Let's talk about gold and silver. Silver and gold, kick it off with silver. And again, then we'll move into this sponsored review to close it out. Silver right now, objectively, is not looking so hot. Okay, as you guys can see, silver is currently in this short-term downtrend. Kick it off right here, use this support line, this line of resistance, this line of short-term resistance that is still in play, and then we'll move on to some of these purple lines when it comes to trend lines that I do think will come into play if we do break out here. So as far as the shorter term is concerned, what we have to keep an eye on, which does look kind of promising now that I'm looking at this, although silver is setting a series of kind of lower highs and lower lows, it looks like we're really basing out around here. Okay, so there is definitely potential for silver to break out of this short-term downtrend right here. Again, this line of resistance. If silver can see just another like couple of percent up, like a percent or two up at this point, we will have successfully broken above this trend line. And if we do see that, then I think these purple lines will come into play. Okay, so purple lines, what are these purple lines? This top purple line right here is silver's longer term line of resistance. Okay, so line of resistance on the longer term downtrend beginning at the beginning of this year, beginning of 2021. High, low, lower high, lower low, and we are still in a series of lower highs and lower lows on both the short and medium term. Okay, but again, short-term broken, not very far off in the case that we do break the short-term line of resistance. I do think that this trend line will be the first to come into play. So the line of resistance on the longer-term downtrend could take us up some solid percentage points. Let's take a look at the price range right here. From current prices, where we're at now to where I think we could go up to, that is an 11% potential increase in silver to test the top side of resistance on the long-term downtrend. So definitely potential here, but again, we do have to see this line of resistance broken, and if that's broken, and as well as, so these two trend lines, these two purple trend lines right here, do come to an intersection very soon, actually on October 1st to be exact. Okay, so these two trend lines, again, line of resistance on the longer term downtrend, the line of support, which is very important as well on the long term like pennant formation that we were taking a look at a couple of months back, will come into play as well, in my opinion. Two very strong trend lines in the case that we are able to break both of these trend lines, which would be, just to play it safe, if we can see silver appreciate by 15% from here, if we can see silver successfully break above like 28 bucks over the course of the coming month or so, then I definitely think that silver will probably see a pretty crazy rally. And I do think that silver could come up to test easy new all-time, or not maybe all-time highs, but definitely new decade highs. Silver's all-time high was back in 2011, which is pretty surprising, at around 50 bucks. Right now, we're at half that. Silver is a very, as we'll actually learn in this investor presentation that talks about some of the modern day use cases for silver and actual like new innovation and technology, EVs, solar panels, etc. Silver is a very useful utility. It's a very useful mineral. So aside from gold, that does have some use case, silver is both scarce and actually has does hold utility as an actual metal itself. Okay, so silver, you guys know I'm a silver bull. I'm way more bullish on silver than gold. That's always been the case. And maybe we see new all-time highs. But as far as the short to medium term is concerned, you guys just be looking for that $28 mark. If we can cross $30, then I think we will officially be in a new bull market, and that is very exciting. On the downside, where am I a buyer of silver? It's going to be down here at around 18 bucks. This was a pretty significant ceiling for silver for a long time. Obviously fell off a cliff here, but if we do happen to see more downside in silver, I do think that this previous area of resistance will come into play as new support. Again, TA 101 right there, and that would be around 19 bucks straight up. If silver sees $20, I'm a buyer of silver and many silver related stocks as well. Okay, so that's silver. Let's quickly talk gold and then move into good old Apollo silver. So gold looks a bit more promising from a short-term perspective. So if you guys remember the last video, gold was in the short-term descending channel within a bigger descending channel. Okay, over the past couple of weeks, when was this exactly? So on August 27th, gold successfully broke out of the shorter term descending channel, now using previous resistance as new support once again. And now I do think gold has a pretty clear shot up to test the top side of resistance on this longer term descending channel, which would be at about 1850. Okay, so maybe we see a pop up in gold, but again, from a more medium term perspective, I definitely want to see gold break above this. If over the course of the coming month or so we can see gold at 1900, we will be in short term breakout mode. I should say more medium-term breakout mode. None of this is necessarily short-term, but if gold can break above, just to play it safe, 1,900 bucks, 1,850, more like 1,850, but just again conservatively 1,900. I think is going to be a very easy shot to 20, like probably 2,000, 2,100 from there. And this right here is gold's all-time high. Again, a big reason I'm bullish on silver as opposed to gold. Silver's all-time high, as I just stated, back in 2011, was at $50, and that was over a decade ago at this point. Gold saw its all-time high just over a year ago, I should say, in August of 2020. So silver has some catching up to do. Gold still definitely has potential. Gold like Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, silver, kind of that same thing there. Same way I'm more bullish on Ethereum, I'm more bullish on silver. And yeah, it will be exciting to see what gold can do, but more so what silver can do. Let's talk, speaking of silver, about Apollo Silver once again. Not going to look at them on the charts today, but if you guys do want to take a look at their charts for yourself, again, US OTC symbol is APGOF. Apollo Silver, new dawn for silver in America. About the company, Apollo Silver is focused on providing shareholder value through advancing pure-play silver projects in mining-friendly American jurisdictions. Apollo has assembled an experienced and technically strong leadership team who have joined together to advance its portfolio of 3 significant silver projects. These are comprised of the historical Waterloo and Langtree projects in Calico Mining District in San Bernardino County, California. Shout out to not the home state, but my pops' home state. My home state is Hawaii, but pops grew up in LA, so kind of close to home in a sense. Go there every Thanksgiving. These are comprised of the historical Waterloo, sorry, I just read that, in San Bernardino County, California, and the Silver District project in La Paz County, Arizona. West Coast, that makes me even more bullish and more close to home with Apollo Silver. All 3 projects have significant historical, geological, and drilling databases and have large exploration upside within underground explored land packages. Company highlights: U.S. pure play silver, significant silver mineralization across 3 historic mining projects, as we just read, mining-friendly locales, projects in mining-friendly regions of California and Arizona. Strong team, as you guys know, a strong team is at the base of every successful company. Proven track record. You can read all that. Not going to read all those letters. Near-term opportunity, well-funded for exploration and resource definition work. Okay, so again, always look at these websites for yourself. You guys go over all the tabs you feel necessary. Primarily the investors tab. Always look at the investors tab. Again, not just for these sponsored products, but any stock, any company you ever look at, always go to the investors tab and check that out for yourself. Okay, all the links will be down below, as well as the ticker symbol to check out Apollo Silver. So let's take a look at Apollo's presentation once again. It's all updated. Was stoked to see that. All very clean, well done, up to date. Investor highlights: U.S. focused pure play silver, strong portfolio of mining friendly jurisdictions, unique U.S. asset base, significant silver mineralization across 3 projects. Once again, large land packages, significantly underexplored, near-term program to define maiden mineral resource estimate of Waterloo and Langtree projects. Capital structure, important as well, as from a financial perspective, of course. Tight capital structure and balance sheet, significant ownership by management and directors. I always like to see that because it shows that they care about their own company. If you got skin in the game, it's likely that you're going to perform better than if you didn't. Strong supportive shareholder base, experienced team, global resource sector experience and relationships, track record of advancing projects and creating value, prime mining, American lithium, M2 cobalt, Peregrine diamonds. Silver's clean energy future. Again, as I said when we were looking at silver, silver actually has very applicable use cases, okay? So silver is a key component of green technologies, demand expected to increase. Silver is used in various eco-friendly technologies such as solar power, electric generation, and electrovoltaics. Voltaics? I've honestly never seen that word. I'm sorry. It is the most, please let me know down below if you guys know what that is, if you've ever heard that word. It is the most electrically conductive metal on the planet. Huge. Additionally, it has long been used as an antibiotic for medical applications. Silver's clean energy future. With its unique conductive and chemical properties, silver is an important industrial metal with integral roles in electrical applications and green technologies. As global efforts to decarbonize and electrify advance, it is expected that the 3 industrial sectors will contribute to increased silver demand. Electric vehicles, EVs, talk about those all the time on the channel. You guys know I'm very bullish on EVs. Solar energy or green energy, also very bullish on those as well from a human and investment perspective. And then broadband cellular, okay? All 3 of these are targeted by President Biden's plan for a clean energy revolution and environmental justice. Our environment and our economy are completely and totally connected. Okay, so that's very bullish. Again, capital structure here, I'll let you guys pause this if you want to take a look at that. Not going to go over the specifics here. Moving on, the Apollo team. Again, you guys, the team is at the base. A good team is at the base of every successful company. You want to make sure the team is competent in what they're doing, because if they're not, they're probably not going to succeed. But from what I've looked at here, again, I'm not going to read over the specifics. All you guys pause this if you want, or go check it out for yourself. But from what I've looked at when I was researching this company, looks like a solid team to me. And again, always bet on not only the car, but the driver as well. There we go. The Apollo team, again, always take a look at the team stewardship. Moving on, transformation is complete, and this is the snapshot that we'll close it out with. Primary thing, you guys, I hope you guys have a general idea of what Apollo is. One more time, go check them out for yourself if you guys are interested. But from what I've looked at, especially with the understanding that again, they're on the West Coast, holds a special place in my heart, makes me like this company that much more. So maybe I'm a little biased, but as always, you guys go check them out for yourself. Again, I will link their website down below in the description box, ticker symbol as well. And again, you guys, the sponsors, we appreciate them. They make the wheels turn. They keep the waves rolling in. And again, always means a lot if you give the video a like and show them some love. Keep the sponsors coming, okay? So we'll call it there, you guys. Again, not only let me know what that one word meant, but let me know what you guys think about silver and gold as well. Just as of today, we're looking pretty. So again, in the wake of market volatility, let me know what you guys think there. Is the stock market going up or down? Bitcoin going up or down? Silver, gold going up or down? Whatever you guys want to talk about, drop it down in the comments, and I will catch you downstairs. Until next time, guys, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.